Hello. So for this episode, I think I'll just kill Metatron and that's about it. That's all I have planned because it's a bit late here right now, as it was in the last episode, because I just kind of forgot to hit the record button. So I'm doing this on a late Saturday again, even though I'm supposed to upload this tomorrow. But that leaves the next episode being all of the 4 symbols plus Long. And then the episode after that is killing the final boss, probably. At that point it's gonna be like too easy. Cause I still want to get everything prepped for a EDS2 save. Actually, never mind about everything that I just said. I forgot that Metatron has another requirement for some reason. You have to beat the 4 beasts first. You have to beat the 4 symbols before you can go fight Metatron for some reason. I guess it makes sense, he's higher level than every single one of them. Guess I could just go there and he's in Ajna. So, spent like 20 minutes overthinking this fight, and this is what I've come up with. We can't really use every skill slot because I just don't have everything grinded out. Shocking, I know. But the plan is, he has 55 vitality and 99 magic. We have to punch him with triple threat, like Beelzebub. But he only has 6,000 health, so it's not that bad. The big threats are Revelation, which is why we have Fizz Resist and Null Mute, and he also has Power Charge. Which is why we really need the insurance that is Fizz Resist on everyone. And as additional insurance, we have both Fizz Repel combo set up with Void Fizz on Cielo. And if we do end up casting it, we're going to go in at max noise, Surf has max critical, so we can potentially still get some decent-ish damage in. And if we ever do need to cast magic, we have Rizagion ready to go, because that is one of the elements that works on him. If you're wondering why don't I just use a magic repel for any of the 4 beasts, if you're wondering why I don't use a magic repel, it's because they absorb their own element or 10x the damage it's healing, which is a lot. That is typically enough to get a full heal. But yeah, let's go try out Long. I think we're pretty safe starting out with a triple threat. 200 damage, so worst case scenario is like 30 turns. So pretty bad. I think we're gonna just Akaja. No, the debilitate is probably just gonna work just as well. It's gonna Mabufu die in here. It's going to hurt. But Cielo lives. And dodges. So fortunately I bought the revival orb. Okay, so that's him healing himself for all the damage that he dealt to us, that we dealt to him. Oh, no real choice but transform Cielo. And I guess hope he uses a physical attack. Nope, he's gonna do the buff. Oh, this is like the only thing he can use. The only thing he can use is the Mabufu Dine. And there's nothing we can do about it. I think the turn 1 has to be a defense buff. No crits. Alright, we can work with this state. Let's buff defense. Really have to Kunda ourselves as well. Still no crits. Okay, so we're going for that. But yeah, we can't cast Angelic Grace. Man, I keep having to pause this recording because things keep happening. Anyways, where the hell was I? Even lost track of the buffs. I think he was about to just delete me. So I'll Dekaja. Finally, yeah, critical. Yep, Cielo is Cielo's not having too much fun at the moment. Ooh, good thing we got the crit. Anyways, if I didn't say it already, MP stalling for this guy is not viable. He literally has capped MP. Let's try debilitating him again. So he is a +1 magic, and then he's gonna mind charge. Oh, I don't think we're even getting like unlucky. Our stuff. I think he just deals enough damage to one-shot Cielo. Yeah. Too much damage. I'll have to stop this and reconsider them. So the best thing we could be doing right now is give Cielo ice resist. For that matter, give everyone on the party ice resist. Surf has natural ice resist, so we don't care about him getting that. Plus he is, you know, the tank for the fight. They don't have enough Maka to give it to Gale. So we have to dip Ajna and start grinding. That's what I get for not doing this off camera. Well, I guess I'll go to the Titania tunnel, and who knows how long this will take. Okay, mini grinding session over. Every slot that we have is a contingency against this boss in specific. Everyone has ice resist, fizz resist, and all mute. And we're still dealing with Hanuman. Do I not have... Where's triple? Oh, there it is. Unlocked Game Blast, how? Yes, Surf has a block that we're not using. They elected to substitute. What's it called? Max Critical. Poison Dart. But seeing as we don't need Poison Dart on Surf, we can actually put Max Critical back on. Just find it. So let's go try again. Alright, we're going to start. Oh yeah, we can start with Angelic Grace. Start with Debilitate. Take him as I'm happy. Okay, he's at +1, so Debilitate again. And he's at -2 on everything except he's 0 on magic. About the same effect as the Kaja. And we're still taking a lot of damage from the Mind Charge Mabufu dying. But Cielo's not dying, which is the important bit. Now we are at minus. So that. Problem is finding a good opening to start dealing our damage. Let's go Cielo dodge. This is a... I don't think he's gonna attack again, so we can triple threat. the math is right in my brain here, we're not really making much progress like this. Let's hit again. I'm at -3. That's not the current advantage, just using to use it. And just a conjure. What else are we gonna do? Surf is getting like hits, but the problem is he out heals. Gotta dodge. Gonna be a heal turn, so bet. Conjure. No crits. How much damage is this gonna deal? About the same. Revelation is not an issue. I think we threat first. Then I don't know. I think we do have to heal. We can't break this. If he can't break through and then like get to his second phase, I think that he has a second phase, then what do we do? I'll take a risk. I'll try to live +2. So that dealt decent amount of damage, but we lived. I don't know what would happen if Cielo got actually hit by it. But if we can Dekaja once every other cycle instead of once every cycle, this would be a lot of damage us. Like with the Kaja here. Because he's a +4, I believe. Good max critical. Don't think it quite covers both DS. But the accuracy debuff is putting in work though. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Triple threat pretty safely. Okay, he's going for Fizz. This is a pretty safe. Fizz Repel. Yep, that's a lot of damage. We can Angelic Grace, and I think if he just telegraphs his power charge revelation every time, he can just respond to power charge with Fizz Repel. We don't even cleanse debuffs. We don't even like Angelic Grace. Because if we Angelic Grace, that's going to increase our defense, and that's going to lower the damage that he repels back onto himself. So we choose Agion here, actually. Yeah, that deals good damage. Okay, so he's going for... which is fine. Don't quite want to triple threat, so let's just the Kunda. It's more likely to miss. Yeah, that's a lot of damage on Cielo, but you know, he lives. We can totally afford to take to eat the thing. Okay. This Fizz should now be +2. I'm correct. So let's just cast the Fizz Repel. Go for crit. No crit. Ooh, he's already under red. Does he even heal himself? Oh, he's not taking it. I think this is livable. Like, I think nothing horrendous is gonna happen if we do this. Yep. Yeah, yep, this head. I didn't remember how the AI worked for that specific case where he has both. If Imabufu died, I think Cielo would have died, and then he would have repelled not all of the damage back onto himself, and etc. But we have the Azure Orb. I think I'm gonna keep this episode short. I'm predicting a lot of grinding ahead that I don't want to do mid-recording sessions, so I'm going to grind over the week and get the relevant resist passives and all that good stuff. Hello again. It's been a little bit. I took a bit of time off because things came up. But that doesn't mean that I stopped. In fact, I kept going a bit too much. The party is now pretty stacked. Everyone is at level cap. We have everyone with having learned a null element. We have every mantra except for the ones that we just haven't unlocked yet. And also not monotheist, because I decided against learning null attack. I decided against learning null attack. Oh, I guess High Priest as well. Granted, High Priest is not going to be useful for the next few fights. But basically everyone is caught up on mantra. We have pretty much everything. I decided against learning monotheist because it would make the fights a little bit too anticlimactic. I don't even want to go with null element. I just want to go with resist passive. Just kind of keep the thing that I said that I would, you know, learn resist fire for a Feng Huang / Zuku / Zaku. So I think I'm just going to not use null element for the fight, but for the boss fights against the 4 symbols. I guess Metatron doesn't matter, he doesn't have any elements, so we're not even going to equip it. And against Wong Wong, I think that is fair enough to equip no element. And then for Hayata, we just go all out. Hayata, we're just gonna equip null attack and we'll see what happens. She still has like almighty attacks. I think that pretty much of her moveset is almighty. She's also got a lot of physical. So yeah, let's go to what is no, that's where Feng Huang is. So we're gonna put everyone on fire resist. Zaku / Feng Huang / Atlas. Can't really translate the name of these guys, right? She predictably has a lot of fire skills. In fact, that is most of her move set. And if I recall correctly, debuffing her is bad. But there's one thing she doesn't have, which is the Kaja. He also has a complete immunity to physical, which is annoying. So this is the team we're running with. Surf has Megiddo Laon, and then we have Dia, and with the Sugokaja, usual suspects. Obviously we're not using the nulls, because I think that would make the fight a little bit too easy. I counter to have Magic Repel online, not that we're gonna use it, because it's going to be literally detrimental to us if we do cast it. But regardless, we have Ragnarok again for Black Sun. We're just gonna try it out. We also have Earthamp, just in case we need Wimblevet as a backup for whatever reason. And again, Salvation for Black Sun. Void Fizz to turn on Fizz Repel once she gets into it. I think she has a phase where she just spams Fizz. So just in case we need a turn where she can't hurt us, even though the Fizz is not going to hurt her, we can have one of those. So let's see what is going to happen. So Black Sun. What happens if I drop Black Sun on Suzaku? 1k. And she has 7.2 thousand. And she is also using Maragion instead of, you know, all the dimes that she has. She is buffing herself though. She does have Mekidola on. I am going to the Kaja. And then Gale doesn't have anything better to do. So let's just punch her to pass the turn. Yeah, we're just not taking enough damage. Maybe there is no real difference between me having the null or the resist. I guess with physical we can still like get crit, but everyone here has capped vitality either way, so it doesn't exactly matter. Black Sun again, this is worth. He's now red. Let's take the turn to heal just in case we get really punched. Black Sun again. We can't cast anymore because Cielo ran out, but he's dead anyways. Well, good fight. So time for Genbu slash Rijian, or however the not actually Chinese, because this name was also mistranslated, I think. Same story as Feng Huang. We're gonna resist the scary attacks, which in particularly include Gates of Hell, so we have the no death, so we don't get wiped, and then the Fizz resist, because those are the moves that I can crit us, and I don't want to find out how much damage you take if we get crit. We can actually use physical, but I am just going to... The encounter happened and I forgot what I was gonna say. Well, whatever it was. This guy, in fact, does not shut up, which is why we're here to kill them. 1k, yes, 6.5 thousand, so shouldn't take too long to destroy him. Have another one. also happens to be the only one of the 4 symbols who does not have capped magic. So this Black Sun deals a little bit more damage than usual. And the vitality stat doesn't matter because we're not doing physical. Whole 63 damage. Actually dealing, 100 damage now that they're buffed up. But they're going to be like in red HP at this exact moment. One more should destroy them. And we don't have to look at their comedy routine anymore. Now you may be asking yourself, hey, doesn't spamming Black Sun just kind of undercut the challenge of the challenge? Which is a fair question to ask. Menus, please. But the thing is, the challenge is like fairly arbitrary already. Like, I am only arbitrarily deciding that I don't want null attack. With how the fights have been going, there would be zero distinction between me equipping null attack and using the actual resist passives. Because, these guys don't actually have the capacity of using almighty damage. At least Suzaku Feng Huang is the only one that does. The others just get pretty much completely walled by no attack, let alone like absorb. And the alternative to me, spamming Black Sun, or like I guess the equivalent of me not spamming Black Sun would be me choosing the one element that they're also susceptible to and spamming that instead, for about 2 or 3 times as long for much the same experience. At least this way I get to get through this series faster and I can start working on the condensed video and working on the DDS2 challenge, which I'm pretty I guess dedicated to right now. And the only thing that's stopping me from starting that is finishing this. So Byakko is here. Another beast bio in this game. Yes. MP Chief. For some reason. Well, we're gonna keep the physicist. But we're also going to swap this out for a null mute. You already resist force. So let's do the same exact thing to this guy who is arbitrarily standing on the table. Baihu is the most susceptible to getting fizz repelled. As you can tell, lots of physical attacks, so you know, if we're running low on MP. My high counter deals more damage than his executioner. Pretty sure this just kills, and we don't have to think about the 4 symbols again. Nope. One more turn. No, he's gonna Zondine. Oh, he's gonna use Raging. Yellow is actually at risk of dying, so take the turn off. I did the script for Tadakaja power charges normal attack instead of executioner. I guess the developers thought it would be too strong. But that is the last of the 4 symbols. We now have 2 bosses left to defeat. First one is good old Metatron. And the second one is Koryu, and then after Koryu, there's the 3 forms of Hariara. Also, these guys have had a relatively high rate of poison affliction. Just to spite me on my way out. And here's the girlies. Talking to them has now spawned Metatron. I think it is the fight. Here? Yes, it is here. It is this side of the courtyard, so let's start prepping. Metatron doesn't have any resistances aside from the standard boss resistances, also immune to freeze and shock. So, spamming Black Sun is going to be the exact same thing. He also doesn't have capped magic. He does have 17,000 HP, which is like around triple Baihu. which is is troubling, but we have all the resources. Oh yeah, I do have an holy element. But it's fine, it doesn't have any element other than the revelation that he can use randomly. Instead of visitors, we're gonna use Full Expel. Also, he can cast Maragi Dine, so we're gonna put Fire Resist on everyone. Just in the event that he does cast it. Well, he doesn't have enough space for it, so we're gonna just do a null expel. And you don't really have enough space for it either, so we're gonna do the null expel and the null mute. Okay, so if you're seeing a cut in the photo just because I got it in my head that, you know, maybe Demon Fury would be more interesting, but no, Demon Fury deals like 400 damage, Black Sun deals, let's see, 1k. So yeah, not really worth it. We are just going to continue spamming Black Sun. Now a crit. Good thing we have the Maragi Dine Insurance with the Fire Resist. He can normal attack. But the thing his AI is programmed to do normal attack with his like 60 strength. He has 70 strength. No more. Just 70. More procs for high counter, if anything, which speeds up the battle slightly. Magakajas are a little bit scary, but we're just gonna Black Sun again. And then we drop a RDMP Restoration. Oh, with too many Dolans, we might drop a Soma instead. We have 10. And then, like, yeah, the Kaja, absolutely the Kaja. Mind Charge. There's a first fire. That just kills Cielo. Good thing we have... where is it? Fairly sure, yeah, we have Revival Orb. Do we have like anything for... yeah, I don't think we have anything for group healing. No, we don't. We can't even Akaja. So let's heal. And be aware that Mind Charge Fire of Sinai is extremely dangerous. If you keep buffing, he's gonna have to waste a turn. The Kajang, which is a turn he doesn't get to deal with, to deal damage. Black Sun again. He has to be under half HP at this point, I think. Uncharged Fire is not gonna give me nightmares. Increase again, we're not 3. He's at +4, and now he's debuffing us. I forgot he had Raccoon then. Oh yeah, to the Kaja, so we don't get wiped. Nice crit. Okay, Megidolon is not... Yeah, we're concerned about the Megidolon. %. Keeps buffing. Stop buffing. Roll under crit. +1 fire. Let's heal. CLO. I think we're +2. And he's +2. Now it's time for a Black Sun. This might hurt. Maybe not. Yep, not that painful. We're gonna get Kaja though. Amon is a free turn. Malagidine is pretty free turn, but we're now at 0. This could kill. And it did. And we get refunded. Right, 2 more bosses for real. We don't have to deal with the rest of the junkyard anymore though. We can just leave and we're just gonna finish at the Karma Temple. Okay, so this is gonna be like my 3rd attempt. I tried doing a few funny things with like having all the amps and like setting up so this party of 3 can cast any of the mega spells at any given moment. The thing is, even when you hit them against something that he does not resist, it still deals less damage than hitting him with a Black Sun, which is a bit ridiculous that Black Sun is our most efficient means of dealing damage, because he has very high defenses and health, which is why I am also going to pivot into a sort of a back backup-ish strategy, which is doing what I also try to do with Metatron and cast Demon Fury as well, which is Last Mew, Gate of Hell, and Debilitate. So instead of having all of these amps, like I was trying to do, we instead just ignore the gimmick of the fight completely. Now, instead of doing like perhaps a clever dance with all of my party members and switch between them, like, you know, actually use some clever building, we're just gonna spam him with Almighty until he dies. Which is gonna take a while. It's probably gonna take multiple Somas worth of resources. But I am out of efficient options. At least we still have Titan as a backup, just randomly. $200 damage. That is less than half of what a Black Sun does. Which, for reference, Celestial Ray is gonna do like 300 damage to Cielo, which is the only character we're really concerned about. Potentially dying. And he might potentially die right here. He's alive, okay. We are not too concerned anymore. Now the good thing about him is about Long is that he does not have the Kaja in every phase. Or the Kunda rather. There are some phases where he doesn't have it. For example, the Earth phase, he just has a Makakaja, and we are not too concerned about his Mind Charge Pterodyne, because the only protecting attack he has in this phase is his regular attack, which is Almighty Fizz. And Almighty Fizz is not exactly affected by a Mind Charge. So we're gonna hit him with another one. The problem is he could switch back to his regular phase on the Makanda phase, which is either fire or ice. Can't exactly tell. Probably fire. So we're gonna keep casting Demon Fury, because this is not this is certainly not a, okay, this is definitely ice then. He's just really spamming Makanda a lot. Gonna keep casting Demon Fury. Doesn't have threatening attacks in this phase. Okay, so he changed. It's another Makanda phase, it's probably fire. So we're gonna brace. He is at -4 defense. Yeah, fire. They Kunda ourselves, so the Black Sun hits harder. Thank you for wasting time with Maragidine. And a Black Sun, and see how much damage it does. 1k, okay, now we're talking. This is a reasonable amount of damage. which is going to require multiple somas to sustain. Keeps missing. We also have like, yeah, we also have great chakras, so we're gonna use those first, of course. It's the Kaja for no reason. Not like the normal attacks are gonna make much of a difference anyways. It's a Rise Phase. New phase, which is it? Which phase is it? I don't know. Worst phase, and I'm still punching him. This is complete mockery of the boss fight. Okay, this is Almighty phase. However, he is very debilitated. Yep. I think this is not the unknown. I don't think this is the shield phase. I don't think it is. Let's try a Black Sun. We'll see what happens. 6k. Yeah, this is... definitely some damage. This might actually just kill him. Yep. Well, that's what he gets, deciding to have a phase where he takes increased damage from everything and running into my Black Sun, which now deals 6,000 damage. That's every bonus boss. I am going now to stop the recording and go grind out all of the mantra. And we finally are here. After so long. After basically a day and a half of straight grinding. Everyone is done with mantras. And we're just going to absolutely destroy Harihara. Have it set up here. I also ended up getting a bunch more noise while I was grinding, so have some decent stats going around. I decided to go with Argilla instead of Gale, just because she has a higher magic stat, so like the almighty attacks won't hit her as hard. Same thing for Cielo. Cielo actually, because of all the noises that I got, Cielo's magic is the same as Gale's, except Cielo has higher agility and luck, so he is more likely to dodge the almighty attacks. But yeah, we're running just standard stuff. 3DS for obviously Angelic Grace, null attack, so Harihara has to do an almighty attack to hit everyone. We're also running Black Sun, Demon Fury, and a combination of amps that will let us cast any of the mega element combos, so we can deal with the final forms cores and a set of buffing skills to let us cast the Kaja and the Kunda if necessary, but I don't think it will be. I did end up leaving this elevation and I went all the way back down to the Titania tunnel to farm because that place just has a better drop rate for a better drop rate for souls, which means the money farm is more efficient. And obviously I need a lot of money to get all the mantras. Gonna have a bunch more cutscenes. And a bunch more walking, but we're done with random encounters. Stop! And here we are. So Surf is set up so he can initiate everything. Let's see how much damage a Black Sun does. $1K, that is enough to force a phase change. We need to deal 1000 damage to her 3 more times. So this will delete this phase's health, deal even more damage. This is the physical phase. Oh no, my Kunta. Black Sun again. That's a 3rd form down. That's it. And now we go by final form, which is the reason why we even have all the elements set up. We need a way to deal with the cores because he has good almighty resistance. Without it, we can skip this cutscene, I forgot. The one thing that I'm worried about is we somehow can't deal with the cores in time, or I should cast Reincarnation. Yeah, we have to take the repels here, so let's just cast a Trisagi on and take the 2 repels. Fun fact, Element Core is the only enemy unique passive in the game. And it is passive, hold on, which one is it? Select? It is Select, so we can move it away. Oh yeah, I did also get the money for starting the DDS2 with Maka injection. It's called Song of Grace, it's not called Prayer. I'm doing translations. Well, I'm not doing translations, I'm doing the translation page for the wiki, and I forgot what the skill was called, but good to know. Blood Curse not gonna do anything, and as long as she doesn't Hunger Wave 2 or more of us, we'll be fine. Just choose Agion again. I forgot how much health she has in this form. Keeps using Earth. Okay, here comes Hunger Wave again. Okay, she got 2 of us. Fun fact, this version of Harihara is... she has the weakest version of Hunger Wave out of every boss. Because Ravana has... not 50, I believe it's around 45. And then Harihara's first phase, her Vishnu form, which is, I think, her second form. Physical form. That form has 40% Hunger Wave, and this form has 35, I think. The editor can correct me, because I'm not looking at it right now. Yeah, not much else to do. not much else to talk about. I guess I want to start Digital Devil Saga 2 like as soon as possible. I don't know if I want to finish the recap video first, or if I want to just start the video, or if I just want to like start the series and like do the work in the background, or if I want to release both recap videos, because I do believe I am going to make a recap video as well for DBS2. I don't know if I want to release both of them like at the same time or like close to each other. We're running out of MP, which is not that concerning. We still have all those somas that the bonus bosses drop. Physical specifically is a bit inconvenient, because I wanna... well, I guess it doesn't matter if I want to test out Black Sun anymore, because she's at red HP. Hunger Wave again, please hit this one, yep. So let's drop a free chakra. And then we sadly don't have anything better to do. Let's just punch Earth Core. Yeah, that's physical. That's 2. Yes, I'll keep punching Earth Core. Yep, it's gone. And I can't punch Gold Core because Gold Core is the Fizz Reflect one. Guess I'll just punch it anyway. This is what else I'm gonna do with my turn. I guess we're casting Titan. Something that I'm thinking about right now is, oh, let's go, we're done. What I was gonna say is, we haven't cast Narukami once. Like, I haven't cast it on camera, at least. That skill just doesn't become useful. Use credits, let's go. We're done, I don't have to grind into the S1 anymore. I believe the final time for the save file is gonna be something along the lines of like 67 hours, 68. And that's with speed up. I mean, obviously the save file timer is going to consider speed up, is going to take that into account. So say that time that I spend playing this game on and off camera, I want to say that is 30 to 40 hours to beat this challenge. Not as long as I thought it would be. I imagine DDS2 will take less time because there's no real benefit to learning all the mantra in DDS2 like there is in DDS1. Because in DDS1 you can obviously transfer data to DDS2 to start the file with +5 on all your characters. And on all stats as well. So I think that will take less time. I think I'm gonna put the guess right here right now. I'm guessing the DDS2 save file once I beat it will say 40 hours, something around that, because the DDS2 mantra grid is a lot better designed than I thought. Like, now that I took a look at it earlier to see like what mantra are actually like useless for a challenge of this rule set, and I guess I'll get into it in more detail, at least once I start doing that. But the mantra grid is surprisingly well designed in DDS2. There's very few mantras that are completely useless, even when you consider like a combo-centric rule set like this one. Because even if the mantra doesn't give you any combos, chances are it unlocks a hidden mantra or an esoteric mantra that has skills that are actually interesting. Except for the one esoteric that gives exactly Miser Spirit. Miser Spirit is a pretty bad passive. Yeah, there is reasons for me to at least complete the center of the mantra grid. And the center of the mantra grid tends to be the cheaper portion of the mantra grid. And there's reasons for me to stretch out to most of the edges, which is going to make the playthrough a bit more interesting. Not only in terms of mantra, but because that game has a more flexible combo system. But also, they nerfed Angelic Grace. Like, straight up. Well, kind of. The Angelic Grace in DDS2 is still like heal a percentage and get a damage buff, or defense buff. And it's only 2 press turns, which is huge, but it is 20 MP from each character, which is like a lot. I forgot this part of the song, but it was just the orchestra. Now for the teaser for the second game. I wonder if YouTube will let me upload that. I think I'll blur it just for safety. Anyways. Fun fact, Surf picking up the pistol in the intro of DDS2 is the only model change between DDS1 and DDS2. Like, Surf's model is the only model that has a visible change. And that is because he picks up a black handgun. Save no cycle. I don't actually know if no cycle save is gonna save the third time. Well, it does. 65. Okay. I overshot it a little bit. Yeah, that's it. That's challenge complete. No longer do I have to boot up this game. It was fun. It was a lot easier than I imagined, which is why I think I'll do DDS2 in hard mode, because inheriting the data from DDS1 immediately unlocks hard mode, and I think I want to do that. If that doesn't end up locking me in the first dungeon, which I am kind of afraid of, but we'll see. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you under the black sun, I guess.